This story comes from Best of Redditor Updates and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Walking Out of My Birthday Dinner After My Sister and Her Boyfriend Announced That They Were Getting Married? It's a theme. Originally posted October 11th, 2022. This was a couple of weeks ago, but I still think about it. I, 16 female, had my sweet 16th a couple of weeks ago. Nothing too crazy in that, but my parents and my extended family all came over and we went out to a nice restaurant that my parents had booked. A lot of my family, cousins and nieces and nephews were there, so it was a lot of people. After we ate dinner and it was time to blow out my candles, my mom insisted I open some of my presents so I don't have to carry them home. My aunties, uncles, and grandparents gave me my presents. After opening their present and saying thank you and that, my older sister and her boyfriend gave me their present. Inside their box they gave me was just a "Will you be my maid of honor" card on top of the present. I was obviously confused and looked at them with a weird expression on my face. My mom came over to look in the box as well, and she loudly said, "You're getting engaged!" My sister squealed with excitement and told us all about her proposal and how they're already wedding planning. She said it was the perfect time to announce their engagement since all of our family was here. When my sister asked if I was going to say yes, I just nodded and excused myself to the bathroom. No, I didn't go to the bathroom. I ended up walking out and went to a nearby park. A couple of hours passed by and my dad pulled over on the curb and told me to get in with him. I expected him to yell at me, but he ended up taking me out for ice cream and we sat at the lake and just talked. When I got home, I saw my cake on the counter and my mom got up and started yelling about me about how I wasted money, wasted my family's time. My sister and her boyfriend came out and told me how mean I am for doing that to them. My sister ended up saying that my birthday wasn't as important as her wedding, and my mother agreed. Oh, no, you didn't. My dad told my sister and her boyfriend to get out and ended up talking to my mom about how they could have checked with me beforehand instead of announcing it. So, am I the astronaut? Let's dive into some relevant comments here first. Comment: info out of being nosy. Did they get you an actual birthday gift, or was your presence in their wedding the gift they gave you? You are NTA for being hurt, and your mom saying a wedding is more important than their child's birthday is mean. Original OP, basically just a shitty box with the maid of honor card and a little accessory she wanted us to wear on her wedding day, kind of like stuff you'd put to give your bridesmaids as well, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it was basically no gift. It was bridesmaid accessories. Comment completely unrelated, but I'm curious about the statement, my mom insisted I open some of my presents so I don't have to carry them home. Once you open your presents, do you leave them there? Original OP, I just realized I made no sense whatsoever. I just remember that my mom was complaining about how they'd take up too much space in the car, and she didn't want me to have to carry them inside, hence why I opened them at the restaurant. Comment: did you confirm that your mom knew that your sister was going to do this? Because she sucks, and I would talk to your dad and show him those comments. Show him these comments. He seems solid and your mom sucks. NTA, damn girl, I feel sorry for you. What a shitty thing your sister and mom did. Original OP, my mom denied the fact that she knew anything about my sister's engagement as they were arguing about nonstop. Comment: so was your mom mad at your sister as well? OP, no, she thinks that it was a nice surprise and that I should have been appreciative instead of walking out and wasting everyone's time. Mom's getting worse. Comment: I would like to know what the rest of your family thought about this. Are they on your sister and mother's side or on your side? OP, my sister and her fiance received texts from my grandparents and a few aunties and uncles saying it was a shitty move to pull, and they should have asked before announcing their engagement. Although they are happy for my sister and her fiance, as a wedding is a big deal, they just said that it wasn't the right time, as she wouldn't like it if someone else announced that on her birthday, but nobody's on any side and they've moved on from it. Have they? Comment: are you still planning on being the maid of honor after what she did and said to you, her fiance too? OP, definitely not. It's a huge responsibility to be a maid of honor at a wedding, help planning the wedding as well, and I think they take care of the bridal party or whatever as well. I got no clue on how to plan a wedding, especially at my age, but I'll probably be one of her bridesmaids. Comment: you did not explain why you left or what you did talk about with your father. OP, I left because I was upset. Not trying to sound like a brat or anything, but everyone's attention just turned towards my sister and her boyfriend/fiance, even though it was my birthday, and most people look forward to their sweet 16th. I just had to get out of there because I knew I'd cry. My dad and I just talked about what happened. He asked if I was all right and was telling me that he and my mom didn't even know about the engagement. Let's talk about this before we get into the update. So, Mom, for coming out and saying that the sister's the sister's engagement announcement was more important than OP's birthday, she goes to AskCon 1. You don't say that shit. You're not supposed to think that shit either, but you sure as don't say that shit to your kid. You literally just said you aren't as important. And yes, they should have checked with you ahead of time. Just like the story we had before, if they would have communicated and cleared it and everybody was okay with everything, there would not have been an issue. But they hijacked it, didn't even get you a gift, just used this opportunity to get this in front of everybody. Had they asked you, you probably would have said yes, and there would have not been an issue at all. But they hijacked this party from you. That's what you had the issue with. Dad, green flags, bro. Nice work, Dad, for being calm about this and understanding, and then telling sister and fiance to get the F out. The battle he's going to have with his wife, OP's mom, is going to be legendary. They are at odds now. You know that they don't agree on this, and it's going to be a journey. This is going to be a journey. OP says everybody's over it. No, they're not. I guarantee you, mom and dad are not done. They are not done battling this. Update, October 14th, 2022. I am grateful for all the comments and your opinions, and I showed my dad all of the comments and what people wrote. He says, you all are hilarious, and he appreciates you. He was laughing at all the stuff I should do at the wedding. My dad and I sat my mom and sister down just so I could explain to her that I won't be her maid of honor, as it's a big responsibility, and that it should be in the hands of an adult instead of a 16-year-old. Although she tried to convince me further, I still said no. She starts growling at me, saying I was ruining her wedding and that her and her fiance went out of their way to buy me a gift, which was her proposal box to me. Unfortunately, my mom and sister started telling me how cruel it was to ruin a wedding and that it's not about me, it's about the bride. My dad ended up arguing with my mom about how it isn't cruel. No 16-year-old should have to plan and help organize a wedding, as that is what maid of honors do, and it would be too stressful and should go to an adult instead. My mom started arguing with him about how it's not my day, as I already had mine. But she didn't, Mom! And I should go forward with my sister's plan, as it's about her and not about me. Well, funny how that's a one-way street, isn't it? It's only about her, and it's only her day whenever it is OP's sister and not OP. How small are you trying to make your 16-year-old daughter feel? My dad brought up the birthday and argued with my mom and my sister that she ruined my birthday, and if she didn't try to make it all about herself, we wouldn't be arguing. I like this guy a lot. I don't want to go into too much detail of what went down, but basically my sister started crying and my mom called me a brat and a disgrace and how I've officially ruined my bitchy sister's wedding. Wow. I'm now staying at my grandparents' house until things cool down at home. I don't think they will, to be honest, since my mom tells me any chance she gets that I'm a brat and a horrible sister for not helping my big sister out for her special day. My dad is with my mom trying to sort her out, and my other grandparents, my mom's parents, are talking with her as my dad told them what happened. I'm not going to be her maid of honor nor her bridesmaid since she's a dick. I'm not sure I'll even go to her wedding. I'll just have to see what my dad thinks about it. My grandparents, my dad's parents, who I'm staying with at the moment, are talking to my dad about considering divorcing or taking a break from my mom, as she and my sister are creating a toxic environment for him and I to live in. And that after all these years, they see no reason for him to live with such a woman. I don't really know what to think about it, and I feel kind of lost, but I thought I'd update you all. Well, damn. Comments. Your sister and her fiance went out of their way to make you a birthday present that had nothing to do with you. It was all about themselves. I'm curious, are there any pictures from your day that you would want to put in an album for yourself? OP, only a few. One of my parents and I, one with my sister, and the rest of them are just my family, but just one with me by myself. So, Mom is... Oh, we already did that. Mom is a bizzo and an AskCon 1. And the apple did not fall far from the tree with OP's older sister. Because, wow. Using every opportunity to belittle your daughter because she got upset because her birthday got hijacked, and her simply declining the invitation to be maid of honor is her ruining the older daughter's special day. And you're using the argument, the day's not about you. Do you see how asinine this is, Mummy? Do you understand how much of a dick you look like? And I'm using dick because she called her sister a dick too. Do you understand how much of a shite person this makes you look like? Do you understand that basically everybody else in the family is like, yeah, that's bullshit. I told you the division wasn't done between mom and dad. I told you that wasn't done. Mom seems like the kind of lady that doesn't take well to dissension amongst the ranks. She doesn't take too kindly to people who she controls disagreeing with her. And I'm sure that hubby taking the younger daughter's side here is just eating her up. She's not going to budge. She's not going to listen to reason. She's not going to try to see someone else's perspective. She's not going to be understanding. She's not going to be a mom. She's gone all in on the older sister's wedding because she gets to relive her glory days here and plan a wedding, and she's probably going to wear white to the wedding, and there'll be a different story about that where the older sister's like, I can't believe what my mom did. Oh, you had no indicators that she was a crazy biznatch, huh? None? It's only cool when it's on your behalf. Got it. OP, stay with your grandparents. Your dad's going to be there soon because it's a holy shit fire back at home. Gosh. I don't understand how people can do something that is just so plainly hypocritical and see nothing wrong with it at all. How does mom look at what she's doing and be like, yes, this seems fair? How does she look at how she's treating her 16-year-old kid who's just declining an invite to be a maid of honor, which she shouldn't be in the first place, and telling her that she's a disgrace and just trying to make her as small as possible and think, yeah, this feels right. OP, your mom doesn't deserve you. Your mom does not deserve your presence in that house, nor does she deserve your father's, and she will soon find this out. Not that she'll accept it, but here soon she's going to wake up to an empty house, and she in her bones will know that she f***ed up and that she's a shit human. She will never tell you that. She will never apologize. She will continue the facade, but she will feel it. This, unfortunately, gosh dang it. You know, the whole zero is greater than -1 argument that we use, where if people are a negative force in your life, fucking leave them behind. 0 is greater than -1. You are better off on your own than you are with this person. When that person is your parent, that sucks. But the math doesn't lie. 0 is greater than -1. And right now, both you, OP, and your dad are looking at the same equation, getting the same result. You, OP, are NTA for anything that you've done here, and I'm sorry that you are in an environment where your mother treats you like trash. At least you have one parent who you can connect with and who understands what's happening. At least you have one parent who's standing up for you. I understand that doesn't make it okay, but I feel like there are a lot more people out there who don't have that one parent to stand up for them and who just have to deal with the shit situation and who don't have grandparents to go to. You actually have a path to happiness. Use it. Because a lot of people in a situation like this don't have the dad to stand up for them, don't have the grandparents to go to live outside of the toxicity. You do. You have a lifeline. Use it.